One of the most important civilizational centers throughout the history of ancient Egypt, despite more than 33 centuries passing, it still stands tall as a witness to life in ancient Egypt. It was also a witness to the eternal love story of Isis and Osiris, earning many titles, the most famous of which is Tawer, meaning the Great Land. Abydos Temple is one of the most important ancient Egyptian temples. Its unique architectural design, the beauty of its engravings, and the splendor of its colors, in addition to the rare drawings on its walls, have given it a special historical significance. The word Abydos is the current name for the capital of Upper Egypt's regions in the Pharaonic era. This Greek name is derived from one of its ancient hieroglyphic names, Abju, which was a center for the worship of the deity Khenti Amentiu before becoming a major center for the worship of Osiris. It is one of the richest archaeological sites in Egypt. King Seti I began the construction of the temple in the late 13th century BC, and his son, King Ramses II, completed its building and engravings. They were kings of the 19th dynasty. The city of Abydos is located in Upper Egypt, west of Sohag Governorate, about 70 kilometers from the governorate's center and 12 kilometers from the city of El Balyana. This area was called Arabat al-Madfuna, as it was buried under the sand, which may have been why it has preserved its design and relics. To this day, the sands cover most of its relics, which have not yet been excavated or discovered. As for the temple itself, it is located 7 kilometers south of the Abydos region, away from the Nile. Pilgrims used to reach it through a canal that branched from the Nile to the vicinity of the temple itself. At the temple's facade, there is the dedication text, confirming that King Seti I began the temple and King Ramses II completed it. The city has been famous since the dawn of history for its sacred religious status, being the main center for the worship of the god Osiris, the god of resurrection and reckoning in the afterlife. Thus, the ancient Egyptians made pilgrimages to it to weep for the guardian of eternal life. Therefore, King Seti I, who was titled the high priest of the god Set, could not force the Egyptians to worship the god Set, as he was despised by all Egyptians. Instead, the king had to slightly change his name, adding the name of the god Ptah, becoming Seti Meremptah, meaning Seti beloved of Ptah, and inscribed it on the temple walls as Osirian. Most of the temple was built from white limestone, and its columns from sandstone, in the shape of the letter L, unlike the usual rectangular design of pharaonic temples. The temple begins with 2 wide courtyards, at the end of which there is a staircase leading to 2 columned halls. The first hall is 171 feet long and 36 feet wide, containing 24 columns shaped like papyrus bundles, with capitals resembling an unopened flower. These columns are arranged in 2 rows, each with 12 columns, engraved with scenes from various aspects of Ramses II's life. One scene depicts Khnum, the god of creation and water, and another shows Ramses II, who was nurtured by Hathor and Isis. Another scene is from the king's purification ceremony. These columns form passages leading to another hall. The second hall contains 36 columns arranged in 3 rows, each with 12 columns. The columns of the first 2 rows have the same papyrus leaf design with floral capitals, while the third row's columns are shaped like tree trunks, cylindrical stems, and square tops, without capitals. It is noted that the floor of the third row is slightly elevated, making it appear as an inclined platform, unlike the usual 2-step platform facing the central passage formed by the rows of columns. Typically, the columns in all ancient Egyptian temples shorten as one approaches the prayer sanctuary due to the lowering of the temple ceilings. However, in the Abydos Temple, the columns shorten due to the natural elevation of the ground as one approaches the sanctuaries.